Actually, my father, uh, he is an unbelievable influence on me. एक तो he was a brilliant singer, and he adopted a gharana. It's called a Bhindi Bazaar Gharana. Pandit Amanat Ali Khan Sahab, he learned from him. And another thing, he also himself, my father himself also came to music world very late, at the age of I think 24, 25. And he himself realized that yeah, there is lots of thing in me, means in my father. And when I grew and when I was 6 years old, there was one harmonium means at my home. So I just started playing only on white keys, the song of Sangam, that ye mera prema patra pad ghar ghar gaya. And I was trying to recall the tune and trying to catch up with the harmonium, and my father saw it. And that time, because he was in the industry, film industry, and amazing composer, so he was doing all private composition also, and he was doing Hindi film as well as Gujarati film. So he saw, and then Pandit Rijram, tabla player, he was very close friend of my father. So when he saw me, he started teaching me tabla. So that's how I started knowing the beat and a rhythm. And then another thing, beat and rhythm, when I started playing those harmonium and flute and everything. So in Navratri, always the 9 days of that Garba happens. So in my building, me and then my some friends, we were all around 12 year old. We started playing the Garba. And while playing, we were playing dhol and we were playing all congas and bongas. And then we created one musical orchestra. And that musical orchestra, we bought one Congo in 55 rupees, one bongo in 110, one Congo in 110 rupees, bongo in 55 rupees, and flute in 10 rupees. Then I was using my father's harmonium in the orchestra, and that's how we started. And that time keyboard was not there, because it was in I think 69, 68, 69. Then in earlier 70s, one Casio started with one keyboard VL1. So we started playing Garba on that VL1. It was only monophonic, that kind of a small keyboard.
White color.
Yeah. Some in Fort Market, it was available in 800 rupees, 700, 800 rupees. So we bought that because we gathered some fund through our that party or orchestra, and we bought that. And that's how the electronic entered in all in our life. Then my one of the friend's friend was the French man, and he wanted to learn tabla. So he told me, "Ke, see, I will learn tabla from you, and I will teach you guitar." So I was learning guitar from him, and he was learning tabla from me. Just a basic technique, because I was not that champion or a master on tabla, but just how to extract and take out the tone from the tabla and how to play. So then what we did, I was just giving, and he was an amazing composer, Marc Salan. His name was Marc Salan. He was a Frenchman. So we started doing show in which I was just using tabla in a slightly modern way, and he was playing guitar, and we did some lots of shows. together in Ahmedabad and in Pune and in Delhi and and I learned that classical method of guitaring through him. I didn't got the mastery, and after learning that, and lots of influence came in my earlier composition. For example, the arrangement of Kheleya, it has got that influence of Mark Salan harmony and around the melody, and then I went to Pandit Ram Prasad Sharma, and he taught me how to read the notation and stuff, and so I learned that, and that time Monty Sharma, who gave the music of Savariya, he was too young. He was 5-year-old kid, and he was telling me कि you just I will just play 2 octaves down, and you start practice chromatic scale, and I will catch you anywhere. And that time it was so fast that on same piano, that 7 octave, 8 octave piano, I started, and then he will just catch my hand, and it was kind of having a fun with the music, and that's how I learned stuff. And but main thing is learning a staff needs everyday practice, notation. Otherwise, it's not like swimming. Swimming, if you don't swim, but even after 30 years, if you go in water, you straight away come up. In learning staff notation, it is not. You have to be in everyday practice. That was lacking me, because then lots of that auto arrangement and sequencer and it came, so I lost that practice. But that time Surendra Saudi came in my life, and he was arranging my scores. So we did 3-4 shows of a fusion. Means that time we did one show. It's I think in 80 or something, 79, 80. We did show one in Doordarshan on 3 different ragas. And Saudhi played piano, and then Santoor, and then Ram Prasad ji's 8th student of violin playing, and Saudhi arranged entire score, and it was written and composed by me. Only he helped to elaborate the structure as a symphony, and that's how we learn. And then in later half, the classical music, because I was doing one documentary on the music, so I read through books, and another thing, my lots of friends are they are very good in classical. One is Sarang Dev, Jasraj ji's son. He is very good in classical. Then in later half, Vijay Prakash, he is a Karnataki classical singer. I learned through my father also classical. So that's how lots of mixture happened in my music.